Coming up on American Top 40, the novelty hit that people thought was too dirty to be played on the radio when it was first released. But this week, 28 years later, it's on its way up the charts.
The hits from coast to coast.
This is Casey Kasem in Hollywood on American Top 40, and now I have that novelty hit that people thought was too dirty to be played on the radio when it was first released. That was back in 1947, and the weirdest thing about it was that people were offended not by what the record said, but by what it didn't say. It was first released on the Cocktail Party label, which was owned by the man who wrote and sang the song, Benny Bell. But Benny tells us the only place he could get it played at the time was on a few jukeboxes, and the record sold only a few thousand copies through record stores that had to sell it under the counter. And then, about 2 years ago, syndicated radio personality Dr. Demento began playing it on his show in Los Angeles. And when we spoke to him last night, he told us the record had been number one on his program on and off ever since. But the record really took off when the Dr. Demento show went on WNBC in New York earlier this year. DJ Cousin Brucey taped the song off the Demento show and started playing it, right along with the other pop hits, all through the day. The requests poured in, and eventually Benny Bell negotiated a contract with Vanguard Records to reissue the song. Now, just 28 years after it was released, it's finally on American Top 40. And if Benny Bell, who lives in Brooklyn, is listening to us right now on WPIX-FM, he'll be happy to know that his song moves up to number 30 this week on the national charts. Here's Shaving Cream.
I have a sad story to tell you. It may hurt your feelings a bit. Last night when I walked into my bathroom, I stepped in a big pile of shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen. I think I'll break off with my girlfriend. Her antics are queer, I'll admit. Each time I say, darling, I love you, she tells me that I'm full of shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen. Our baby fell out of the window. You think that her head would be split, but good luck was with her that morning. She fell in a barrel of shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen. An old lady died in a bathtub. She died from a terrible fit. In order to fulfill her wishes, she was buried in 6 feet of shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen. When I was in France with the army, one day I looked into my kit. I thought I would find me a sandwich, but the darn thing was loaded with shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen. And now, folks, my story is ended. I think it is time I should quit. If any of you feel offended, stick your head in a barrel of shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen.
Shaving Cream by Benny Bell moves from number 37 to number 30 this week on American Top 40. 29 hits to a new number one and counting down.
Casey's Coast to Coast.
This next song is Rockin' at Midnight by the Honey Drippers. That's the band led by the former lead singer of Led Zeppelin, Robert Plant. Now, the Honey Drippers was the name of a small group that Robert Plant toured with in England a few years ago, and he revived the name for his new band. But the name itself goes way, way back to a rhythm and blues hit of 1945 titled The Honey Dripper. It was recorded by a musician and band leader named Joe Liggins. Here's a sample of that song.
Boy,
Dripper is killer. The Honey Dripper.
Going way back to 1945, a piece of the rhythm and blues hit, The Honey Dripper by Joe Liggins. Thanks to that noted pop musicologist, Dr. Demento, who supplied us with a copy of that song. Almost 40 years later, when Robert Plant, Jimmy Page, Jeff Beck, and Nile Rodgers got together to record some old R&B favorites, they called themselves the Honey Drippers after that song. Their current hit is at number 31 this week. Here's Rockin' at Midnight.